Alright, so in this video here, this was supposed to be part one of the TRX4M upgrades. I originally didn't release it because there's so much dog barking on it, but it's got a lot of good things that it shows you in between the upgrades and stuff, so I decided to go ahead and release it. I apologize in advance about all the dog barking. I have since put up a kind of like a barrier on the fence line there. The neighbors just thinks it's cool to have the dog come out there and just bark at me. I don't know why they don't put him up. I'm not out in my yard very much at all, but every time I'm out there, that dog is just going nuts, losing his mind. And he gets to the point where he'll grab the fence line with his jaws and pull at it with his teeth. I mean, something's not right with the dog in the head anyway. I mean, he does it all the time. He's bit me twice. Just not a very friendly dog. I don't know what I've done to him, but he just does not like me. So I don't have a lot of patience with that dog, so I always try to like pull out stuff from the clips and everything, you know, whenever he's barking, because it drives me nuts. But there was so much in here that I thought was important to kind of show, so I'm going to go ahead and release the video. I'm going to call it pre-part one or something, you know. Because you know, I already labeled the other video as part one. I was kind of done with it, but then I was watching this before I deleted it and realized there's a lot of good pieces in there. So here you go. Again, sorry about the dog barking.
Hey guys, so today I got the TRX4M out. We're going to get him out on the course here, kind of check out and see what this little guy will do. I've done a little bit of work to him, and I got a feeling it's going to perform pretty well, so let's check it out. Alright, there she is right there with my remote. So let's get everything powered up and turned on, and we'll get right to the course here, which I did make some additions to the course. I think you've seen that in the other video I had. I still got some more stuff down here to work with, some other stuff here on the side. I just haven't had time to get back out here, so hopefully I get it before it gets too cold. But yeah, let's get right to it, guys, and see what she'll do. Now, one thing I'll say first out of the box, you know, before we do anything, the stance is much better without the bumpers. So let's get right to it. We're going to come over here to this line, just kind of see what she'll do here. And actually my steering seems like it's a little bit sharper as well, which I did put a different servo on there. I'm hoping it really helps it out. Let's kind of see where we're at here. So those aren't really the obstacles here. Looks like we got a little bit of tire or body rub there with the tires. So let's try it on the hard one here. This seems to be really difficult for any of my trucks to get up. Maybe this one will be the one to break the mold. I don't know. It does have different tires on it, so it's a possibility. Now, I have learned to kind of get up on that rock first, and it makes it so much easier. But as you can see, it's still struggling on the bottom there like all the other ones do. So I think what I'm going to have to do is give it a little bump. We get up on the rock here and we'll kind of give it a little bump. Well, didn't quite work out for me. There we go. So I don't know if you've seen what I did there, but basically I've learned that this little rock right here with this tire, you can kind of use it to help pull you up, get a little compression on the side, and get it to pull. So now I'm up on the rock on the bottom there. Let's see how good or bad we do going forward. Just gonna kind of take it slow, kind of creep along. I want to try to stay on this big piece over here on the side as much as possible. See if we've improved our weight balance. Ooh, okay, looks like we actually have, so that's a big plus. Oh, we're starting to fall though. Damn it. Almost. Almost. Alright, so we're going to try this again. I've tried this several times here, and this is a really hard line for any of my trucks that I have, so I don't really fault the truck. It is designed to be difficult, but I'm having an even more difficult time with the TRX 4M. It's not really because of the truck, I don't think. It's more so the tires, I would imagine, which, you know, is what it is. I'll have to get some better tires maybe. But what I'm trying to do now is get the left tire in the front, kind of hook enough to give me a little bit of traction to get up off that rock. And then from here, once I got up on the rock, I got to be careful with this left back tire. So I want to try to ride as high as I can up here and then swing it back over. Now that's the challenging part, because it will want to tip on me. If I can get it just right, I can get the left rear to swing around. Get a little compression on it going slow here. Hopefully I get a little compression on that back tire like it's doing, and it's coming right up. Now if it stays there, that'll be perfect. And it looks like it's actually going to hold, so that's good. Okay, now the last part of this line is also really tricky, because when you drop down, you're dropping down into basically nothing on the side there. So let's kind of see where this goes. So I'm having to reposition here a little bit because I want to kind of walk around it, just kind of take a look and see, because this is the really tough part. As you can see there in the front, the left is going to want to fall down, and when it does, it pulls the right way with it. So kind of got to be careful here. I want the right tire to kind of stay on the rock if I can keep it there, and the best way to really do that is to just keep going slow, because it's going to slip and fall. Just maybe I can predict where it's going to do that at. Oh, I'm starting to lose it now. Oh, nope, back tire come off. We're done. So see what I mean? That last little part is really tough, just because of the position of the truck, the angle that it's on, and it's pretty tough. But I've already tried this like 5 or 6 different times here, so we're gonna try something else. I'm just kind of wanting to see how good or bad this weight does here. Okay, let's try this right here. Ooh, okay. That's a decent little angle on it there. So as you can see, we're on a pretty good angle there. That might be a little too much for the truck. All right, that's cool. So we know we got a little more to work on there. See what else we can do. Let's go down here and try our bridge. We haven't done that yet. Okay. Now we gotta see where we can come down at. This is gonna be the tricky part. Didn't really plan that out very well. Ooh, we're starting to lose it. Can we still save it? I think so. Barely. But it's in a terrible bind. There we go. That was pretty cool. I thought for sure it was a goner. See if we can complete it here. Alright, that was actually pretty cool. That bridge is a lot harder than what it looks like. Okay, so let's see if it'll even have a chance here on this guy. This is another really tough climb. It requires the front to kind of pull you up. So let's see if we got enough grip in them tires to do any real pulling. Oh, look at that. That's actually pretty decent. Okay. Now the next part of this, you see where it's kind of off a little bit. Sometimes that makes the truck flip, so we'll just see how this one does. Take it nice and slow through here, make sure I stay on the rocks as I come down. That side's got to go up. Not too good. Okay. Alright, so I don't think it's going to get that one either. It's real close, but the way that the weight is set up and stuff, it doesn't really have enough weight down below to really kind of hold it upright, I don't think. So we're going to move on to a different section here, which again, that's not bad. I'm not going to fault the truck. I think it's doing really well, especially considering how it used to crawl. It was so good, but so aggravating. Now it's just a little bit better, but that's okay. I still got more stuff I want to try to do to it. I'm just kind of testing things out now. I think this thing would do good with some diff covers, you know, like some metal diff covers, something like that to kind of get the weight down low. That would really help, because right now it just kind of like, when it hits something like that, it's just kind of sliding off, which partly that's me, the tires, and also just where it doesn't have enough weight. See how it just wants to move around real good. Now the Red Cat will stick right there and just keep climbing, even going this slow. And that's kind of what I'm basing it on, is my cat. Ooh, almost had it right there. I think I'm in the sweet spot. I'm definitely in a spot where I get bound up pretty easy. So if I can find some traction, it might go. So I want to show you a little something here. I'm just going to kind of lightly push down on it just a little bit as I give it a little throttle. See how much just a tiny little bit of touch helps? That's how I know it's the weight. It just needs a little more weight on it to kind of make it viable. It's real close, but it's not quite there yet. Now there again, you can learn how to drive pretty much anything. See if I can force it to kind of turn here a little bit. Now this is something you got to be careful because you'll bust axles and stuff. But I'm going real slow, kind of taking it easy. Ooh, and I'm in a bad way right there. Yeah. And just get it to settle down a little bit. It might actually be able to complete this part. It's trying. Okay, so you see how bad of trouble it's having right now. Again, I'm going to use the same thing, put the controller in front of me, just kind of put my finger on it a little bit. Just give it a little tiny bit of weight and see what it does. Okay, that might actually be stuck on the rear diff. It looks like it is. Okay, so that is not really a weight issue. Okay, that's the whole reason why I built this course, so I could test things like that and kind of see where everything's at. Plus, I just really wanted a course anyway. See, now I'm hung up again, and it's in the same spot. So let's see what's underneath there real quick. Pull the truck up. Oh yeah, we got a gnarly little hole right there. It's probably just digging into everything on the bottom there. Okay, so that's cool. Not every truck's going to have the same clearance either, and that's fine. Let's see what else she'll do here. Ooh, that's going to be too much for her. What about this little guy right here? Alright, so the way to get up this one here is you got to kind of throttle it. I've already tried several times here to do it without throttling it, so let's see if we still got the power. I know we got steering power. We definitely improved on that. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I kind of screwed it up. Alright, so it's not really able to get that either, but you know, there again, that's okay. Different conditions, different things going on here, so yeah, I'm going to continue to work on this here. I'll play around a little bit more, maybe it's just the way I'm driving it. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it, and I really like the bumper delete on it, so yeah, I'm having fun with it, guys.